obviously we're looking from a distance away, but this is where we're looking at the best potential of a tornado, where the velocity data tells us that. It is to the south and west of Eva, so with it tracking towards the south and east, it will stay to the north of Vinemont. But why is Cullman, the city of Cullman, in a tornado warning?
They just reported tornado touchdown near Vinemont right now.
All right, so we've got a tornado on the ground near Vinemont. Was it
Vinemont,
just north?
yes, that's EMA report.
Okay, so we've got, all right, so a tornado on the ground near Vinemont. The radar display not giving us a real definitive look.
These are really rain-wrapped.
These are what we call HPs, high precipitation storms. A lot of water to work with, and you will likely not see this tornado, so do not try to get out and get involved in it. Near Jones Chapel, we had a little bit of hail that Ashley was talking about, but it's starting to show some signs of a little bit of a rotation, a little bit of a hook, so we'll watch this carefully. It looks like we just got a new warning added for Winston County.
Yes, we did.
And that is to replace the old one. It does include Addison as well as Smith Lake. Goes all the way back.
Canceled the one for Marion County.
Yeah, that's from the storm that was in Marion County, I believe.
Yes.
And so we have these cells merging here. And boy, I can tell you, this is just a real mess trying to look at this. But there's a lot of water, a lot of lightning, very frequent lightning from what we can see from our weather alert unit where Nate and Toby are. And Nate will come to you in just a second. But the warning does include Cullman. Now, again, like I mentioned, you may be wondering why Cullman if the tornado is up here. I think there is a concern that once this cell merges that we might see a better signature of rotation with it, and it becomes a tornadic thunderstorm that could be headed directly towards Cullman. There's no official tornado on the ground out of that, but I am starting to see. If we can go to Apple TV, I'm hoping we can pull that up here in just a moment. I can show you.
It looks like there's some rotation still north of Vinemont.
Yeah, that image right there, it sure does. But the latest view I've got on the Super Res velocity shows that it is now to the east of Vinemont and headed towards Fairview. So for those of you in Fairview, let's just go ahead and have you go to a place of safety. That's really important that you take this very seriously, because I know that I've got friends that live up in that area, Holly Pond. This is tracking towards you, and don't play around with these tornadoes. These are, you won't see them. If you do, it would be very rare, but it's starting to get dark. Judging by the lightning that we're seeing, the amount and the intensity and the continuation of it, that really is a good indicator that you've got stuff rotating around and wrapping around each other. And look at this. See, that's what I start to worry about right there. That's a hook just to the south of Jones Chapel, and that is headed into the warned area. So we'll see how that unfolds. But Ashley, you got some of the spots here?
Yeah, so this will be some of the places in the track, and I kind of did a broad brush because, like you mentioned, we're kind of seeing two of those storms merging together at this point. So we're tracking this heading eastbound towards Simcoe in about 3 minutes, 7 minutes to Welty, and then Baileyton about 12 minutes. So Holly Pond about 15 minutes away, just as Mark just mentioned. These are all cities that could be in the path of this storm, and we're really watching the storm kind of merge, a severe thunderstorm moving in from the west, and I'll go ahead and take the track off and show you exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about this thunderstorm moving in from Jones Chapel, plus that significant storm kind of just to our north, and it looks like they're beginning to merge upon one another. That
at Jones Chapel, that is absolutely a tornado. That is why they issued the warning for that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is gate-to-gate shearing. So this is a tornado. If you'll point it out, Ashley, that right there, you can see the inflow notch to it. And that's just south of Jones Chapel. Really, this is what we worry about when cells start to merge. Things like this happen, and that's wrapping back around. Here is our inflow notch. That's what's feeding a tornado. That's what helps get this to begin to rotate and spin around. So with that tracking towards the east, I expect that we will see that arriving in the city of Cullman soon. Nate, you there with us? Because we got gate-to-gate shearing just to the south and west of you. And also, I see some pretty good shearing.
I am here now.
Winston. Go ahead.
Yep, I'm here right now. We are just in Morgan County, so we're crossing back over into Cullman County now. So we're north of that new tornado warning. So we're going to try to stay north of the middle of that storm and try to stay north of the tornado, even though that puts us kind of in the worst hail and torrential rainfall and wind situation. We're going to try to stay north of that tornado. We were just kind of caught right in the middle of those two cells. When those cells merged, that was a very, very scary deal. I was watching that closely and trying to figure out where to go. So we just stayed put. But now that since that tornado warning was issued for basically the city of Cullman and straight down 278, we're going to stay north of that and try to stay safe. But right now there is a lot of lightning.
Yeah,
there's a lot of haven't had a whole lot of hail yet, but we've got some gusty winds and the alerts going off on the phone. So
yeah, for those of you in Cullman,
it's a good thing. It's a good thing we've got weather alerts.
Yeah, and please be sure if you're in Cullman, now is the time to go through your tornado safety plan. This is a predominant hook. We'll likely get an updated clean sweep here in just a moment, but I will tell you, looking at the velocity data on the Apple TV, if we can pull that up at any point.
Look at that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
3D scan.
Look at that. We've got, I'm betting offhand, this is likely touching down at some point because the rear flank downdraft on that is, it's right there. You see it on the three-dimensional view. And okay, it was supposed to be, but should be here soon. But there is the lift, and here's our hail. You can see the hail